government areas in Rivers State. Niger News report that Bode George, in a statement on Monday, raised concerns over recent political development in Rivers State, warning that if not addressed, they could lead to a crisis with far-reaching security implications for Nigeria, West Africa, and Africa at large. The PDP chieftains asked Tinubu to prevail on Wike to allow Governor Fubara to work and deliver dividends of democracy to the residents of the state. Bode George added that President Tinubu could be the biggest loser if democracy in Rivers State gets truncated. He said now that people of Rivers State have boldly asserted their civic constitutional right by coming out to vote in the local government election on Saturday. This is the time for former governor of the state and now FCT minister Wike to allow Governor Siminalayi Fubara work and deliver dividend of democracy to the people. This is also the time for President Bola Tinubu to advise Wike, who is one of his ministers, to allow the governor to work. I say this with all sense of responsibility because if this democracy is truncated, God forbid, Tinubu as the commander-in-chief will be the biggest loser. All lovers of democracy will agree with me that political happening in this oil-bearing state in the last few months, if allowed to continue, can lead to a reenactment of crisis in the defunct western region between 1962 and 1966, which eventually led to the first military coup of January 15, 1966. Many of our national figures were killed, and event of that day led to a second coup of July 29, 1966, when scores of military officers were killed. Since history is no longer taught in our schools, I want to remind the gladiators in Rivers State crisis that the January and July 1966 killings eventually led to the civil war between July 6, 1967 and July 15, 1970. Close to the 2 million Nigerians died in that war. I am raising this alarm because what is happening in River now is a cause for serious concern for everyone. My people in the house, what this man is talking about in this news is a very serious one. We know that before the local government election was conducted in Rivers State, the former governor of Rivers State, Wike, and the current governor, Siminalayi Fubara, have been having indifferences within themselves, of which I know the Ijo elders were on the side of Wike because they were saying that he was the one who made Fubara governor, and at the end of the day, Fubara is trying to disobey him. So I want the channel responsible in Rivers State to call both parties and settle the indifferences that is going on between them. Because you can see that they were quarreling before the election, and after the election, quarrel even become more greater. Quarrel become even more greater. They become the enemies of themselves even the more. So we want the Nigerians to come into this matter and settle them. That is why I love what Bode George is saying. Bode George is now raising an alarm that President Tinubu should not sit down and fold his hands that things is going on well in Rivers State. because he said that President Tinubu should come out and speak and prevail on this matter before something will get out of hand. Because as we are talking right now, there was no peace in Rivers State. It's like Rivers State has become a war zone area. So, and Bode George come dey talk say if President Tinubu no intervene on time, that if anything happen to the oil bearing state, in fact, President Tinubu is going to be the biggest loser. And again, he cited an example for wetin happened in the past, wetin caused the civil war in Nigeria, wetin caused some coups that take place in 1966 and in 1967. He went to that area to bring that event out so that the Nigeria could know. He said that if Tinubu did not quickly intervene in the crisis that is happening in Rivers State, it could lead to war, not only in Nigeria. It can even go to the to it can even go across Africans. That is what Bode George is talking about. I think there's an element of truth to what he's saying. President Bola Tinubu, you better intervene between these two people before situation will get out of hands. Thanks for listening. Please stay for more news on this channel.